we're here today to interview Jimena on her story with the Children's Council Inclusion Enhanced Referral Program. And so, Jimena, if you can just start by kind of sharing with us how you came to our program and maybe sharing some of the emotions you had in the beginning.
Okay, so I learned about the program through a group called Support for Families. I have a child who's been diagnosed on the spectrum of autism, and I had originally assumed that she would go to the preschool that my older daughter had gone to, but it ended up not being the best choice for her. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how to get care and an education for my daughter. So I needed help from a professional. I didn't want to just Google and go through friends. I wanted to talk to somebody who could really guide me as to what would be some appropriate choices for my daughter at the time, given what her challenges are, what her strengths are, and her age level. So Support for Families referred me to Kelvin, and he has just guided me so much and really helped me make a choice for my daughter.
What were some of the kind of obstacles that you encountered in the beginning? I know you being a professional in the school, you shared with me that you've attended IEPs, when you made reports and for class, for people in your classroom, your students, but I think you also shared that you were on the other side and that might have, spurred some emotions, some concerns, different situations. So could you share a little bit about that?
So I'm an elementary school, public school teacher, and I've had many students who have had IEPs over the years, and I've been to many IEP meetings and presented data and my professional opinion regarding my students to their parents. And then, of course, there are social workers and other people at the school that then can guide the parents to trying to make certain educational choices for their children. But I was never part of that process. So I didn't know really what they were going through. And now I'm a parent with a child with special needs, and it's also different at the preschool level. The way things were presented to me was, okay, so this is your child's diagnosis, but you have to find a place for her to go. And there was no suggestions, no input, no nothing, and I felt totally lost. I knew that there were barriers, that there were places that probably weren't the right place for her, but there was no guidance. So it was really, really important for me to be connected with an organization that could start me off. I mean, there were so many things to consider. First of all, I can't just traipse around the whole city. I work full-time, so does my husband. I needed, certain zip codes to be looked up for me, what's available, and then within what was available, I needed to look at what they provided, what their reputation was, what services they could provide, what the environment was like. So Kelvin did all of that for me and just sort of paved a way for my searches, because I couldn't do it on my own. Even being who I am, a school teacher for 16 years, I didn't have the tools.